Meanwhile, Team Triple Threat dropped their opening week matchup to Team Advantage Titans 71-60. Sydney, who are you looking for to step up for their teams this week in an effort to get a win in the early game?
Well, first of all, I have to say, fantastic intro, JJ. That was phenomenal. But just to kick things off, a starting player who I think for Sun Youth is going to be a key maker and a deciding factor for them for sure is going to be Tyra Blizzard. So again, points are what win and lose games, and she was one of the top contributors last week for Sun Youth. She got 20 points, 6 for 8 from field goal, and 4 for 8 from the three-point. So again, she's shooting and she's creating those chances for herself. So if she's able to maybe knock down a bit more of those threes going into this game, I think it's going to be a make or break. And then for Triple Threat, Monty Clough. And again, performing on both ends of the floor, and very important, she got a double-double from last game. But something that I'm really focusing on is her athleticism. She went 37 minutes, which is the third most in the league right now. So the fact that she's able to not only perform on the rebounding end and the offensive end, but the amount of minutes she's able to play, almost the entirety of the game, her stamina is insane. So she's able to really pick up where other teammates are leaving it off, and I think she's going to be a deciding factor for sure.
When you talk about, the minutes on the court, and you look at Summer Paul, who's being introduced right now, number 15 in white. Last year's championship game MVP. She only took 6 field goal attempts in that loss last week. Another player to watch out for here in game number 1 as we get the starting lineups announced ahead of tip-off. Game 2, of course, between the Brampton Warriors and Advantage Titans. That'll be coming up shortly following this one. So sit back, relax, enjoy a couple of games of hoops on your Sunday. Thank you for joining us here for Hoop Queens Summer League 2024, the 3rd season. The gymnasium slowly starting to fill up here at Humber College. Today's officials are Ann Pastrana, Missy McCutcheon, and Sharon Reuter making her way down from Ottawa for this afternoon's games. Canadian talent from top to bottom, the players, the coaches, and of course the officials. It is Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Team Sun Youth wearing orange, Team Triple Threat in the whites. And here we go. Quick into the offense for Team Triple Threat. Tito Akanusi with it. Hands it off. Klauf in the lane, left hand. Good. Poulin has it, picks up the dribble. Looking for Blizzard. Into the paint across. Poulin has it. Left hand, disrupted by Paul. Kicks it out. Kunku. Blizzard takes it off the short iron. Rebounded by Paul, who gives it up to Klauf. Extra pass. That one just off the mark. And again, Paul with the rebound. Robinson gives it up. Top of the key, gets it right back. Robinson has one defender in front of her. Thought about it, dribbles to the right, off the backboard and in. 4-0 Team Triple Threat early in this game. Poulin gives it up to Blizzard, pulls it from 3. That one's short. And Klauf might have got a hand on it. Pushing the pace now, Akanusi. Keeps, gets her defender up, kicks it out. Robinson turns it over. That's going to be a jump ball called. Possession arrow going the way of Team Triple Threat.
Something I'm noticing specifically for Sun Youth right now is, yes, they're playing a man defense, but it's more of a collapsed man. So they're not really hard pressuring the ball. But again, Triple Threat has been able to really cut those corners and to drive close to the net, which is evidently giving them the 4-point lead right now.
A wide open lane and an easy basket for Tyra Blizzard. Caught on the change was Team Triple Threat. Eve Uesu kicks it out. Robinson doesn't get it to go. Sun Youth has it in transition. Summer Paul pokes it away. Second chance opportunity here for Team Triple Threat. Jasmine James, fouls called on the floor.
a key component for Sun Youth from last game was their ability to break out of their defensive zone quickly, and that was where they were getting the majority of their points was in fast transition. But something that Triple Threat is doing right now to kind of counteract that is, as soon as they have somebody crashing the net, there's almost always one person just shy below the half-court line to try to stop that fast transition, and that's exactly how they were able to draw the foul there. So it's working out for them so far.
Arij Borgonio and Fred Lanverrier in for Team Sun Youth. And another turnover. Poulin's out in transition. Right hand, good. Eve Uesu now with it. Top of the key, Akanusi has one defender on her, it's Kunku. Gives it back to Uesu. Working into the paint on the smaller Borgonio, can't get it to go. Borgonio has it now, traipsing up to the left-hand side. Bobbles it. Hands off to Poulin. Poulin tries to go around the screen. That disrupted by Paul. In the key with it now. Back out to Kunku for the three. Off the iron. Underneath. And Triple Threat has it the other way. Robinson. Akanusi takes it to the left, into the paint. Hands it off to Robinson. One dribble, elevates, short iron. Arij Borgonio now with it. Gives it to Fred Lanverrier, but called for the travel before she gives it up. And that's another turnover for Team Sun Youth. Turnovers were part of the problem, at least in that fourth quarter of Week 1's matchup against the Brampton Warriors. Checking in for the first time is Maya Campbell-Johnson, wearing number 27 in orange. A Hoop Queens Summer League vet. She played the previous 2 seasons, is back now with the injury to Jennifer Matherin, who's out for the season. Foul's going to be called on Fred Lanverrier. Grappling with Christina Mora in the paint. And Ann Pastrana right there to call it. Uesu gives it in. Klaus to the left. Tough bucket off the backboard, no good. Jostling forward, our 4 players underneath. That's Klaus and Campbell-Johnson having a laugh. Ball will stay with Team Triple Threat. It's 4-4 here with 4:21 remaining in the first quarter. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Ball's in from the corner off the backboard. That one's no good from the hands of Jasmine James.
A difference for both teams where they're both kind of used to pushing the ball fast offensively. Definitely coming out of Week 1, a lot of them are setting things up now, and they're working on the rotations. We've seen a lot of handoffs coming from Sun Youth, a lot of pick and rolls from Triple Threat, so they're both trying to work the offensive line.
Campbell-Johnson from 3, that one's short. Trying to find her range here in her first run of the summer in the Hoop Queens Summer League for Team Sun Youth. Humber grad, familiar with the gym. Monty Klaus gets to her left, but screen set illegally. So Triple Threat gets their first foul called on them. And Triple Threat denying the ball off the inbounds to Borgonio. Borgonio hands it off to Poulin from deep. That one a little strong. Rebound couldn't be corralled there by Adibolo Adiyi. Poulin gets it in from Campbell-Johnson. Looking for Kunku. Pulls it back out. Calls a screen from Campbell-Johnson. Kunku has time and space. Pulls it. That one off the mark. Out in transition. Team Triple Threat. Klaus pulls it from the middle. No good. Rebounded. Kick back out to Summer Paul. That one swirls in. Summer Paul for 3. and Team Triple Threat take a 3-point lead. Quick break here. Eve Uesu, easy bucket. Give the assist to Monty Klauf off the strip. Turnovers leading to run-out buckets here. Bergonio loses the handle, picks it back up. Campbell Johnson now with it on the near side. Ocean Kunku working on Paul. Paul with the quick hands. Kunku hands it up. Campbell Johnson from the corner. Off the short iron. Rebounded and kept alive by Team Triple Threat. It's a 2-on-1. Watch out. Late pass. Swarmed by orange jerseys. Kicked back out. Uesu off the back of the iron, and it's the shorter Bergonio coming away with the rebound. And she's out in transition. Poulin takes a shot. Stripped again by Summer Paul. 3-on-1. Back pass. Uesu. 2 straight buckets and 4 straight points for Eve Uesu. Kick ball. It's a 5-point, make that a 7-point lead with just over 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Timeout called. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. Stick with us. More action from the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 here at Humber College coming at you shortly. And we're back here with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Sun Youth have it. Campbell Johnson pulls it from the side. That one rims around and out. Fred Lamverrier corrals the rebound. Blizzard into the lane. Step through, left hand, gets the foul, and one opportunity for Tyra Blizzard. And Sydney here in this first quarter. Triple Threat seems to be the team taking over the fast break, where that was Sun Youth's advantage in week 1.
I think it's definitely apparent that they were watching for footage from last game to apply it to this game, because they're using almost the Sun Youth scheme against them. And as I mentioned earlier, as soon as Sun Youth have a basket on them, they're quick to inbound. It's like they're not even giving the team an opportunity to really even get set up. But something Triple Threat is doing is they're keeping somebody floating just above half court so they can stop that early transition pass. So that's really been key for them in this game so far.
Pulling up from just inside the free throw line was Monty Klauf, no good.
Also, her athleticism so far, Clough has been very consistent. Sometimes there's been 4 Sun Youth women in the key, and yet she still comes away with the rebound. So it's very key that she's athletic and she's able to dominate that and use that definitely in this game.
And here she is on defense, hounding Tyra Blizzard, joined by Christina Mora, causing an out-of-bounds turnover. Again, denying Bergonio the ball off the inbound. They get it to her just near the timeline. Bergonio's going to work to her left. A little crossover. Floater off the left-hand side. Swatted away and out of bounds by Uesu. Summer Paul will head to the bench. And Sun Youth with the quick inbound. Off the backboard and in. Good for 2 points. All of a sudden, that 7-point lead is cut down to 2. Travel called. Offensive turnover for Team Triple Threat. And Sun Youth now have the chance to tie or take the lead here with just over a minute remaining in the first quarter. Tyra Blizzard over the timeline. Stolen by Mani. Football pass to Uesu, extra pass off the backboard and in, stretching the lead to 4 points for Team Triple Threat. Tyra Blizzard working down the right, to her left now at the top of the key, gives it up. Jasmine Barker, Sierra Diarra pulls it from deep. Yes, that's good. Sierra Diarra brings Sun Youth to within one with time ticking down in the first quarter. Klauf working to her left, pulls it from three. Doesn't have the answer. Barker with the rebound. Sun Youth have numbers. They slow it down, and Tyra Blizzard's gonna kick it to the corner. Down into Fredland Verrier. Verrier dribbles to the left. Hook shot off the back of the iron, a little too strong. Last touch by Sun Youth. And that will go the way of Team Triple Threat. 15 seconds remaining. The shot clock is turned off here for the duration of the first quarter. It's a 1 point game. Team Triple Threat have a chance for the last opportunity to take and extend the lead at the first quarter intermission. Uesu over the timeline. 5 seconds left. Works to her right, has a lane. Help from the weak side. Akanusi with it. And it's a 3 point lead for Team Triple Threat after 10 minutes. We're going to step aside for 90 seconds. Join us, will you, for second quarter action here. Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's time for second quarter action. Team Triple Threat lead 15-12 after the first quarter. Sydney, how have they been able to get that lead, and what can Sun Youth do to try and come back here in the second quarter before the halftime?
Statistically right now, both teams are neck and neck. It's coming down to those fast break points, but something that Sun Youth needs to just work on just a little bit better is has allowed them to get those quick chances, but it's off of help side defense. So the defender is just not looking towards the opposite side, so that's something they really need to look at.
It looks like the pace of this game.
Very much so. And again, just as I was saying,
welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through a quick technical difficulty, fading away. And what a time to come back. Believe it or not, what a fadeaway by Jasmine James, the native of Innisfil, Ontario, with a tough bucket. Sun Youth the other way with it. Campbell Johnson with the trying to create some separation, and does just inside the three-point line. No good. And out in transition, working into the paint, giving it up. Now it's Uesu with it. Working with James at the top. To the left hand, kicks it to the corner. Akanusi, a little too strong. Tiara rebounds, and Tyra Blizzard has it, pushing the pace into the paint with the scoop shot. Foul's called on the way up. So Blizzard will head to the line for 2. She's already got 5 points on 2 of 5 from the field. Tied for the team high with Serena Cheetah. As we take a timeout here on the floor, we'll step aside for 60 seconds. Stick with us. More second quarter action from Humber College. Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Welcome back. It's game 1 of a 2-game set here at Humber College. Team Sun Youth versus Team Triple Threat, and Team Triple Threat back to a 7-point advantage. Team Sun Youth missing Jennifer Matherin, who's out for the season, suffered an injury in week 1, and Maëlle Gilles also out this week due to illness. So a little bit of a size disadvantage there for Sun Youth. As Blizzard heads to the line for 2. Nothing but nylon on the first. Blizzard now has 6 points, tied for the game high with Eve Uesu from Team Triple Threat. Make it 7 to take the solo lead. As Borgonio checks back in for Blizzard. It's Uesu with it now over the timeline. Summer Paul, guarded by Kunku. Gives it up to Clough. Back to the hands of Uesu. Clough working on Poulin. Crossover, step back, too short. Bergonio with it, pushing the pace as she does. Has time and space, gives it up to Diarra. Sierra Diarra right back. And directing traffic, trying to clear out the side is Bergonio. Diarra has it at the top, pulls it from 3. That one off the side of the iron. Couldn't be kept in by Poulin.
You saw Bergonio like really trying to set the play there. That's exactly what she's good at. She's good at facilitating on the floor, allowing her players to get to the spots that they need to be, and really administering the ball. So that's something that she's really key at doing. Hopefully she's able to improve that as the game kind of goes on here.
Uesu gives it up. Clough, step through the lane. That one off the iron and out. And it's Poulin now with it, dancing into the paint. Summer Paul gets the loose ball. Waits to see where her teammates are going to be. Bergonio almost went for the steal. Ball's now on the baseline. A little bit of physicality, kicked out. Clough has a baseline attack, pulls up. 2 points, Amani Clough. And Triple Threat shooting 46% from the field here. Bergonio working with it. Diarra just shot one from there, thought about it. Calls up Poulin. Poulin has it wide open off the backboard around the rim, gets her own rebound, goes right back up. That one contested by Sam Robinson, who's there, and throws it away. Akanusi's going to check out, giving way to Mora. Christina Mora from Mississauga. Played high school ball at King's Christian in the OSBA. Attended Wake Forest and has some NCAA experience. Poulin now with it. Gives it up to Kunku right back. Inside foul's going to be on the floor before Cheetah could put it up off the backboard and through the hoop. So 2 team fouls here for Team Triple Threat with just over 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Make that 3. This time, no contest, and the ball makes its way into Bergonio rather easily. Again, directing traffic, dancing to the left in the lane, and a hand in the cookie jar was Uesu, who throws it up to Summer Paul. On the run out, can't get it to go. And Sun Youth can have numbers here, as Paul is stuck in the offensive zone, so is Uesu. Ocean Kunku from 3. No good, Uesu now with it. It's a 2-on-1, 1-on-1, keeping and taking. No good for Klauf. Bergonio looks for an open teammate, gives it up to Ocean Kunku, sets her feet. That one no good, rebounded by Sira Diarra, who pulls it back out. Bergonio with Uesu on her. To the left, Kunku again attacks, travels before putting the ball to the deck. So yet another turnover for Sun Youth.
It seems like a turnover is just something that's consistent in their playmaking right now, unfortunately. But when you look statistically, Triple Threat has dominated 10 points off of a turnover opportunity. So they're playing just as aggressive as Sun Youth. It's like Sun Youth is just too fast for their own good at this point. They haven't really been able to capitalize on the speed of their game, where they did that last game and it just didn't really work out for them. So again, when you go up against 2 fast teams, one of them is going to be just a touch faster, and that's Triple Threat right now.
Monty to Summer Paul. That one too strong. Rebounded and put back up. It's Christina Mora with the putback. The lead now up to 9 for Team Triple Threat. Bergonio behind the back creates some space. Cheetah underneath the basket. Monty Klauf thought about the outlet pass, decided to hold it. Set something in the half court. Working to her left. Pulls back from 3. Monty Klauf from deep. Leads up to 12 for Team Triple Threat. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And Klauf has 10 points in the game. Bergonio to the left. Absorbs the contact. Went to the free throw line for 2. And Bergonio getting a little bit more aggressive, calling her own name.
Again, I've mentioned the kind of administrator she is, but Monty Klauf, the consistency that she's able to play at in this game, with also the amount of minutes that she stacked up, not only in this game, and I'm expecting to be in this game as well as last game, her consistency, there's no drop off. It's like it doesn't matter how long you keep her on the floor for, her ability to stay competitive is a constant. You see now, going down the floor, her ability just to know to pull up and she's going to make it from beyond the arc is an absolute threat, and that's something that Sun Youth needs to be able to stop if they want to kind of come back in this game.
Bergonio goes 2 for 2 from the line. Almost fumbling it was Christina Mora, and now it's Klauf at the top of the key, working on Blizzard. Mora attacks the paint. Kicks it out. No good. Ocean Kunku hands it off to Tyra Blizzard over the timeline. Blizzard has time and space. No good. That one falls to the hands of Sam Robinson. Klauf. Again, guarded by Blizzard to the left hand. Klauf. Extra pass. A little too hot to handle for Christina Mora. Timeout called by Team Triple Threat. Will step aside for 60 seconds and be right back with the final action from the second quarter here. Game number 1, Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Team Triple Threat. Sydney, how can Sun Youth cut into this lead and give themselves a chance going into the second half?
I think they really need to start contributing more on the offensive end. Defensively, they're solid. And again, it doesn't really show too well on the score line, but they're cutting those gaps. They're pinching effectively. It's just the fast breaks that are killing them. So they really need to just maybe calm the basketball down a little bit, take their time pushing up the floor, and understand that, yes, you're down, but it doesn't mean that you can't come back and still set up a solid offensive rotation. So being able just to set something up strong offensively is going to be a key deciding factor for them to come back in this game.
Well, here they are in the half court. It's Bergonio working by herself. Kunku gives it up. Campbell Johnson into the paint, loses the handle, gets it right back, fumbles it again. Ball being fought for on the floor. Jump ball, so that's another turnover for Sun Youth as the possession arrow goes the way of Team Triple Threat. Another live ball turnover for this Team Sun Youth that have just been a little careless here in the opening half.
I don't know if you would consider this to be a home court advantage, but I would. For Campbell Johnson, this is evidently as much of a home court advantage as you can get, seeing as she was a Humber Hawk for her entirety of her college career. So I'm really excited for her to use that to her advantage in this game.
An open lane for Akanusi, who's been an absolute giant for Team Triple Threat here in the opening half. Bergonio dancing with it, has time and space. Fakes a three. Tyra Blizzard into the paint. Up and under. Another and one opportunity for Tyra Blizzard. And she has been very effective driving to the paint, absorbing the contact.
She's currently second in the league with 20 points, and you understand why exactly when you see this play. Her ability to go through not one but two defenders and get the up and under. It's clinical, it's clean, and at the speed she's doing it at, it's sensational. These women are playing at a level that is phenomenal, and the speed at which they're able to execute plays is sensational, and Tyra Blizzard is an exception to that.
35 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's a 9-point game, Team Triple Threat. Ball makes his way back out to Imani Clough. Tyra Blizzard is going to get called for contact on the arm. Side out of bounds, 29 seconds remaining, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Summer Paul has it on the sideline. She gets it in to Christina Mora, over to Clough. Clough working on Bergonio. Mora has it, back to Clough. Losing the handle, 1 second on the shot clock, puts it up from three. Nothing like a little time crunch to put some pep in the step. It's Bergonio the other way. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Hounded by Clough, working around, 1 second left, throws it off the backboard to the iron and can't get it to go. So Team Triple Threat have a 12-point lead at the half. We'll step aside. Join us for second half action here. Game number one, Team Triple Threat up by 12. Team Sun Youth have some work to do, but 16 minutes of ball left to play. It is Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 Game 1 from Humber. We'll be right back.
It is a halftime showdown at they look around to fly to the people. The weekend of the Lord. What do we do? We still have one. shot. So you're going this way, you're going this way. So I need you guys to make some noise for fun right now. Make some noise right now. Make some noise. Listen, make some noise right now, right now. We're going to count this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's go. See it again, y'all. B1C in the house. What's up, what's up? And I know you think that's the what team represent. Let's go. Make some noise, make some noise. So it's going to be very simple. I need you guys, the first person to make a layup, free throw, and a three-quarter wins. You guys ready? So you're going to start right here. You're going to start this way. So we're going to count them down. But before we do that, make some noise, make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. All right, layup first, free throw after, three-quarter. We're going to count them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, let's go. Layup first, free throw after. What we going to do? There we go, let's go. Then next we got the free throw. What's it going to be? The young hoopers are here, our hoop queens are here. Don't worry. Cheer them out, cheer them out, cheer them out, cheer them out. Let's get this energy going. This is week 2. Oh. your prizes now. Big high five representing the Rockets. Well, I see you. I like how you do it. Shout out to everybody in our VIP set this shot. What up, brother?
Welcome back. Of course, the first half capped off by this end of shot clock 3 from Monty Clough of the team. Triple threat, has 10 points in the game, is matched on the other side by Tyra Blizzard. And you called it, Sydney, off the top. Those are the two to watch out for, but we need some more support in terms of scoring. Who needs to step up for both sides in the second half?
We're going to start with the winning side right now. Triple threat. Someone who I think is just maybe a bit too far beyond the arc, Summer Paul. So she is an aggressive player, and we saw from the last game, she only had 6 attempts. I'd like to really see her push that mid-range. She has the ability to be really strong and really effective, but at this point, because you have players like Monty Clough on her team that's really able to produce from the three-point arc, if she's able to adjust her game and really attack the inside, I think it's going to do wonders for her game, and she's going to be able to add more to her team's lead. Going on to Sun Youth now, Arij Reganio, she's a playmaker, and I know from playing against her how fast she is. She's clinical, and the way she's able to really push those gaps, test the defense. I'd like to see her do that a little bit more. She only has 1 assist so far, and assists are her bread and butter. She's able to be the lead administrator on the floor for her team, and I'd like to see her do that a little bit more here going into the second half, because I do believe she assets her team so well. She's able to really push their strengths. So again, those two players are the ones that I think could really push the margin for their teams and make it a bit more of a closer battle.
Team Triple Threat shooting 48% from the field. Meanwhile, Team Sun Youth just a hair over 27%. It is a 12-point game in favor of Team Triple Threat. Of course, another player who stood out to us at the half that we talked about, who seems to be having more of an impact than the box score dictates, is Tito Akanusi. And of course, she played at Brock University. Her head coach had this to say about her: she's efficient, humble, and strong with a high basketball IQ. That is on display here this Sunday, week 2, Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Team Sun Youth have it on the inbounds to start off the second half. 8 minutes on the clock. And right away, Serena Cheetah with the step through, left-handed finish. That is pretty. Monty Clough wastes no time coming up the court. Here she is, Summer Paul. Into the lane. Clough pulls up. Yeah, nothing but nylon.
I don't even know how she brought the ball up to even get control to get shot off there, but she did it, and it worked out great for her.
Blizzard hands it off. Cheetah tries to give it to a diving Sira Diarra. That one a little too strong. Got a little bit of a full court press here now. Only one triple threat player back. She gets it in, no problem. Akanusi we just touched on. Klauf gives it down on the block. James, no good, tries to follow her own shot. Serena Cheetah comes away with the rebound, and now Tyra Blizzard pushes it to Kunku into the lane. Left hand, back to the right. Blizzard wide open. There for the block was Monty Klauf, doing it on both ends of the floor. And it's Sam Robinson now, playing give and go with Akanusi. Klauf directing traffic. Paul has it on the far side. Akanusi goes by her defender, tied up. Foul called, going on the way up, says official Ann Pastrana. So Akanusi will head to the free throw line. So Akanusi, a native of Kleinburg, Ontario. Again, we'll let you know that she went to Brock University in her last season there. Just under 15 points a game and almost 9 rebounds. So almost a double-double player. She goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line to extend Team Triple Threat's lead to 13. A beautiful display of ball handling there by Tyra Blizzard. Can't get the finish, and that will stay the way of Team Sun Youth. As Borgonio checks back in. Somebody to keep an eye on, according to Sydney Holmes. Boulain has it on the baseline, looking for a teammate. It's Tiara. Backing down her defender, creating space, and the right-handed hook shot off the board and in. Klauf working down the right-hand side, tries to wrap that pass around. Boulain getting it in. That one blocked and forced out of bounds by Sun Youth. Ball finds its way, stripped on the inbound pass. And down to the lane, extra pass. Tiara can't get it to go. Rebounded by Team Triple Threat. Klauf. Tiara comes out on her. Klauf calling for the screen again, works around it. Kicks it to Paul, extra pass. In the corner, Jasmine James no good. That one going to go off the leg of Sierra Diarra and stay with Team Triple Threat. And Eve Uesu comes back in. Summer Paul will take a break, 5:40 left to play in the third quarter. Klauf into Uesu, pulls it from the baseline. Beautiful inbound play.
It's that help side that's still killing Sun Youth defensively. They need to be able to not fully commit, but give themselves enough time to actually get back into position.
And another live ball turnover. The outlet pass, Ocean Kunku in the offensive end just dribbles it off the baseline.
Again, the help side. Regalia, like, she was just trailing too far behind. Regalia needs to give herself the ability to get to there and not draw a foul, and she knew that's why she fell off. She needs to be able to be there a bit earlier to give her chance herself to actually block that defensively.
Inbound pass tipped by Serena Cheetah and then by Jasmine James. So Team Sun Youth will have it. Borgonio again pushing the pace. Tiara at the top, gives it up to Kunku. Kunku uses the screen to create some space. Tiara has James on her. Keeps, works to the right. Step through, that one no good. Good defense by James, straight up and down. Klauf gives it up, Akanusi. Push off, called for the travel that time. Take your pick, the push off or the travel. Either way, another turnover
A key player for Sun Youth right now is Viara, actually. She is solid in the post. I think the only reason she didn't get that last layup was because she'd attempted to do a post move from the free throw line, but I think next time if she's able to get a little bit lower down, it's gonna go in all day.
Diarra will take a seat on the bench, giving way to Fred Lamverrier, who checks in. Number 4 in orange. Borgonio at the top. Nice crossover to the left, kicks it out. Verrier, one extra pass to Blizzard for 3 off the front of the iron. That one rebounded by Akinusi. Klauf over the timeline, uses the screen, pulls up from just inside the three-point line. That's good for Monty Klauf, who's now up to 14 points in the game, leading all scorers. Boulay hands it off to Blizzard, works to her left, step through, fouled, won't get the basket, but led to the free throw line for 2.
Just to go a little bit back, Clough for triple threat, something that she's doing which it's effective. Obviously, triple threat, they're setting a lot of screens, and they're forcing Sun Youth to really slip underneath to cut off that gap. But what Clough is doing is she's anticipating the slip of the defender, and she's just pulling up for a shot. And every single time she's able to make it. So if Sun Youth are able to, instead of going underneath the screen, really just having the defender just step up to eliminate that gap, I think is really going to hopefully kind of cut the scoreline back for them.
Blizzard goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line, now 11 points on the game. Leading Team Sun Youth, second highest scorer in the game. Uesu has it, working on Bergonio, over the timeline. Klaus, stutter step between the legs, uses the screen. Goes by Verrier, has a teammate down low. Fred Lamverrier back for the rejection. Swarming jerseys on the defensive end for Team Sun Youth, creating the travel turnover.
That was perfect. Perfect execution. Campbell Johnson, again, didn't get caught behind the offensive players. She was able to cut off the gap, and it worked. They were able to get the ball back, no points, and they're now headed back on the offensive line.
Blizzard working on Klauf. Beautiful dribble display there. Has a shooter in the corner, can't get it to her. Stripped by Uesu, who has numbers. Why not give it to the primary scorer? Right back. Uesu from the corner, that's no good. Rebounded, team triple threat, put back up off the short iron, rebounded again. This time they'll settle it down and reset at the top of the key. Time and space for Klauf. That one off the front iron, and Tyra Blizzard with the rebound. Fred Lamverrier didn't expect the pass. Another live ball turnover. Maybe the loudness of the fans and attendance here in the gymnasium causing a little communication error on the court as Summer Ball checks back in for Team Triple Threat. Monty Klauf give and go. Keeps beautiful pick and roll off the backboard. The lead now extended for Team Triple Threat. Up to 16 points. Poulin working on Paul. Double team comes. Campbell Johnson no good. Klauf has teammates up ahead. That pass off the netting and then into the hands, blocked by Campbell Johnson, who hustles back just in time. Klauf meets Poulin at the timeline for the deflection and turnover. Timeout, Team Sun Youth. They're going to talk it over for 60 seconds. We'll be right back on the other side. It's game 1 of the 2-game set here at Hubbard College Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Stick with us.
See.
Just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Team Triple Threat have extended their lead to 16, and it's because of their defense, Sydney.
It's a bit of an unconventional defense. They're playing man, yes, but it's like as soon as one of the Sun Youth players cuts in like Blizzard or Ragonio, they collapse as if they're playing a zone. It's like as soon as one of the Sun Youth players crosses the foul line, all 5 Triple Threat women collapse onto that one person. So again, it's leaving players open, but because they can't even see the options, they're able to get the ball in transition. It's an unconventional man, but it's working out for them. I haven't seen it being played, but I'm definitely probably going to see it more so if it's this successful for Triple Threat.
Guelph misses the 3 from the corner. Team Sun Youth again trying to push the pace, and the pass from Bergonio a little too strong for Campbell Johnson to handle. She was out in front of the pack, couldn't corral it. And Team Triple Threat get another chance to extend their lead. Guelph on the far side. Now, Christina Mora working with Paul, who pulls it from 3. Summer Paul gets that to go. Just her second made field goal of the game.
She has the touch. I would just love to see more consistency. She has the ability to be such a dominant threat in this game for sure.
Fred Lanverrier into the paint to the left hand, net at the summit. Summer Paul corrects the rebound. Guelph has it. Stutter step around. Hook lefty. Fouled on the way up. And Imani Guelph will head to the free throw line. Guelph does have some professional experience playing over in Portugal. This is her 3rd year at Hoop Queens Summer League. Last year, she was playing with Team Lancers. That one off the front of the iron. Her NCAA experience comes with Monmouth University. 2018-2019, she averaged 7 points, just over 2 rebounds, and nearly 2 assists in that season. Goes 0 of 2 from the free throw line here. And the ball pushed up by Campbell Johnson. Verrier finds Bergonio. Guarded by Uesu. Bergonio works to her right. Then back to her left. Steps inside the paint. Kicks it out. Extra pass. Contact on the 3-point shot. On the tough closeout from Bonnie Guelph. And Maya Campbell Johnson will head to the free throw line for 3. Again, we said Maya Campbell Johnson is a grad of Humber College. A bunch of accolades, including the 2022 CCAA All-Canadian. She won that both in 2020 and 2022. The first a little too strong. In that same year, she was the OCAA Championship MVP and Player of the Year. She has 1 career triple-double that came on February 24th, 2022. 20 points, 25 rebounds, and get this, 10 blocks. So it's one of those rare points, rebounds, blocks, triple-double. Two for 3 from the free throw line for Campbell Johnson, who returns to Hoop Queens action due to the injury that Jennifer Matherin sustained in week 1. We wish her a speedy recovery. We were told she had surgery earlier this week. Also out for Team Sun Youth is Maëlle Gilles. Had a leg issue and an illness that kept her sidelined this week. But it's Team Triple Threat with it in the offensive end. Christina Mora working back to her left. Summer Paul now has it, playing give and go with Mora. And Paul, again, Paul gives it up. Robinson, step back, off the side of the iron. Cheetah comes away with the rebound, and Bergonio, again, pushing the pace, has Fred Lanverrier at the top who gives it into Cheetah. The step through, 3 seconds. Turnover, Sun Youth.
A recent substitution actually for Triple Threat is Sam Robinson. I want to point out her strong defensive ability. She's playing in the post. She's playing against some women who are arguably a little bit taller than her, but yet she's dominating them. She's getting all the rebounds, and it's her ability to pinch those gaps and actually step in front of the defender to really get to the spot before them. So she's a clean defensive player.
What good defense by Bergonio on Uesu, causing the travel. She was up into her body the entire time. Almost got the strip, instead Uesu called for the travel, otherwise that would have been a steal on the stat line for Bergonio. 20 seconds left in the quarter. There's a 3-second shot clock, game clock difference. Team Sun Youth have it. 10 seconds left in the quarter, 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Bergonio dancing with it, working on Uesu, gives it up. Campbell Johnson makes the shot at the buzzer. And the lead is 15 for Team Triple Threat. At the third quarter break, we'll take a quick break and be right back with fourth quarter action. But before we go,
that's the effort you want to see from Bergonio, the ability to get Campbell Johnson open, and you know she's going to knock that down all day. Again, like we've been saying, this is as home court of advantage as she can get coming from the Hawks. So her ability to really make that shot is going to happen consistently all the time. So I want to see more of that for Sun Youth.
Well, of course, the player of the game so far, and it's not even arguable, it's Monty Clough for Team Triple Threat. She's 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 7 from deep, 2 rebounds and 2 assists to go with that. Sydney, tell us why.
The only time she's not on the floor is actually right now, when the game's actually not going during timeouts and at the end of each quarter. Her ability to not only produce from beyond the arc, but be an administrator, pass the ball, get defensive rebounds, you cannot leave her open because she's going to knock it down and she's going to make you pay defensively. But also, like this, she barely had the ball for not even 2 seconds in her hand, and yet she pulls it up, and it's nothing but net. Her experience is showing, her clinicalness on the floor is showing, and she's a constant threat. Right now, I haven't really seen any weaknesses from her, but that's something that I think Sun Youth really needs to do. I don't know if you need to double her at this point. I don't know if you need to really push her or just have someone to stay on for the entire time, but Clough is a fantastic player, and it's showing right now for Triple Threat.
Her release is super quick, and that's why you can't go under on the screen. Team Triple Threat are 8 minutes away from collecting their first win of the Hoop Queens Summer League 2024 season. It's a 15-point game. Fouls are reset, and Team Triple Threat has the opportunity here early in the fourth to increase that lead. And who else but Monty Clough at the top of the key, working on Fred Lanverrier. Works to her right, step through, rebounded by Serena Cheetah. Foul's going to be called on Team Triple Threat. That's a foul 95 feet away from their own basket. 3 white jerseys going for that 1 rebound. It's a little too aggressive. Fred Lanverrier hit on the head. She's got some blood, so that will be needed to be attended to. She's going to have to sub out. Let's see who comes in for her. And it will be Sira Diarra checking into the game as Verrier gets attended to. So already 1 stop here. You got to take this possession by possession if you're Sun Youth. Bergonio setting up in the half court. Campbell Johnson from 3. Off the short iron. Diarra can't rebound it. Triple Threat have it. Up the right-hand side. Clough working on Diarra. Stripped by Kunku. Ball finds its way to the hands of Robinson. Robinson into the corner. That one ripped down and taken away by Campbell Johnson. Kunku has it into Cheetah. Kicks it back out to Bergonio. There was nothing there. Resetting. Bergonio whips into Ocean Kunku in the far corner. That one off the top of the backboard and out of bounds.
A solid effort for an offensive rotation there from Sun Youth. It's just, again, they're playing a bit too low in the corners. They're relying too much on that 3 ball. At this point of the game, with such a difference in the score, you need to be attacking in an effort to either draw a foul or to get that layup. That's going to be your bread and butter, especially as we get later into this fourth quarter.
Robinson gives it up to Paul. Paul working to the right. Back to Robinson. Robinson has some time and space, decides to take it. Fouled on the way up. So Sam Robinson, the Bradford, Ontario native, will head to the free throw line for 2. Robinson, a product of the VCU Rams in the NCAA, played there for 4 years. Actually teammates there with Janika Griffith-Wallace from the Brampton Warriors. She makes the first of two. More of a role player and bench player was Robinson for the Rams. Shining here in the fourth quarter early on. Goes 2 for 2 for the free throw line. And it's perfect 3 for 3 on the day. Every player who's touched the floor for Team Triple Threat has scored. Obviously led by Monty Klaus. Right behind her, Eve Uesu with 8 points. Summer Paul with 6, Sam Robinson and Tito Akanusi also with 6.
Playing that team basketball is really coming to fruition here for Triple Threat. The ability to have no drop-off from one player to the next, and also getting everybody involved. Everyone is a constant threat, and that's something that you need to have when you're playing in a league with such strong women.
Milan gives it up to Campbell Johnson, works to the right hand into the paint. Off the backboard, a little too strong, fouled by Summer Paul on the way up. So Maya Campbell Johnson will head back to the free throw line where she was just 2 of 3 to the end of the third quarter. Having a quick word with Fred Lanverrier about that offensive possession.
Again, Campbell Johnson is a new addition to this team, a late addition, but you're not really seeing it. I think that's down to her basketball IQ. The ability to fit into a team that she's just on and not have a single drop off. I think kudos to her for being experienced enough to kind of just go on whichever roster and make an impact as she's doing tonight.
So 1 of 2 from that trip for Campbell Johnson. We got a pair of substitutions for Team Triple Threat. Sam Robinson and Summer Paul out. Akanusi and James back in. Uesu has it. Working down the near side. Gets by Bergonio. Off the backboard, tough finish. Eve Uesu. And the lead's now up to 18 for Team Triple Threat. Campbell Johnson the other way. Doesn't get it to go. White jerseys are out in transition. Klaus. James gives it up to Uesu. Using the screen, Klaus trying to direct traffic from the weak side. Jasmine James calls her own number, doesn't get it to go. Top of the key. Uesu working on Bergonio. Around the screen, off the backboard, and one opportunity. Eve Uesu.
Talk about consistency here for Triple Threat. The ability to not only get around one defender here, but then 2 completely again and draw the foul heading to the line for the extra point. Her consistency in this game has been textbook. Owasu is a player that, again, we haven't really talked about too much, but she's clinical and she's a constant threat, and honestly, arguably, one of the reasons why Triple Threat has the lead right now.
And she's been staying step for step with Bergonio the entire game as well. And Bergonio loves to push the pace. Fred Lanverrier sets the screen. Bergonio calls her own number. Nothing but nylon. A read, Bergonio. Klaus the other way now. Trying to create some separation. Does. Diving to the ground for the ball, Serena Cheetah. Bergonio the other way. Around Klaus, has an open lane. Gives it to Fred Lanverrier off the backboard, off the iron and out. That will stay the way of Team Sun Youth. And Fred Lanverrier in disbelief, she couldn't get that to go.
It's happening finally now, a bit later in the game than I know she probably would have wanted, but Bergonio is an administrator, and that was a very clinical play. Again, it was just unfortunate that she wasn't able to make it, but again, you look here, she can shoot those threes. She's very clinical from beyond the arc. It's just unfortunate she hasn't been able to let that show in this game, but she's very clinical. Hopefully she's going to be able to keep that consistently. We have about just under 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in this game. Hopefully she can do that again.
Great denial on the entry pass from Serena Cheetah. Back to Bergonio, just 4 field goal attempts here in the game. So definitely a pass first player. Here they are denying her the ball, but they get it in deep in the backcourt. Dancing to her left, Bergonio. Has a roller, gives it up to Fred Lanverrier. Down on the block, Cheetah. And another in the paint violation for Serena Cheetah. So live ball turnovers continuing to be part of the conversation here late in the game. We have 4:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jasmine James, nice floater.
Stamina is definitely wearing down here a little bit for Sun Youth. You can tell they're not making as many rotations in terms of from the bench to the starting lineup right now, but you got to keep it going. Doesn't matter the scoreline. The intensity needs to stay the same.
Serena Cheetah working to her left, off the short iron. Pushing the pace is Monty Clough. Dialing it from deep off the side of the iron was Sam Robinson. Make that Christina Mora, apologies. Borgonio, whip pass, and that's intercepted. The bounce pass, beautiful, right into the path of Akanusi. Can't get the first to go, collects the rebound, and then the short jumper is good. Timeout on the floor, 3.5 remaining, and Team Triple Threat have a 22-point lead. We'll be back to finish this fourth quarter of game one after a quick 60-second timeout. Stick with us. As a team, Triple Threat have been dominant on the boards, 36 rebounds, 13 of them offensive, 7 assists on 24 made field goals. Sun Youth now with it into the half court. Borgonio gets the handoff from Blizzard. Dancing back to her left. Campbell Johnson to Borgonio. Pulls up from three. That one off the front of the iron. Rebounded and put back up by Blizzard, doesn't get it to go, and away with it is Clough. Has a teammate up ahead. Christina Mora, lefty layup, good. Christina Mora now 6 points in the game. Poulin tries to get around the primary defender, stripped by Clough. Again, has runners in transition. Jasmine James, 1-2 step. That's no good. Summer Paul bounced it off of James and out of bounds. James was looking for a foul on the play. The two having a laugh about it now. And it looks like Team Triple Threat will get the first win of the season in dominant fashion against Team Sun Youth. Campbell Johnson from three, right in the face of Monty Clough. Monty Clough right back with it. Off the backboard, then the iron, and Poulin has it in transition. Over the top into Cheetah. Cheetah fouled by Jasmine James, and Serena Cheetah will head to the free throw line for a look at two.
The ability Sun Youth has, and it's unfortunate it hasn't happened until a bit later, but they are a team of shooters. They're a team of clinical shooters, and you saw it there, but I think in this game specifically, they were more focused on just pushing the game a bit too fast, but they have a strong offensive system. I think they just need to rely on it a little bit more, and they're doing that now as we get later into this fourth quarter, but having it become more present in the game earlier on, I think would have been more beneficial for them for sure.
So Serena Cheetah 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Sierra Diarra comes back in for Maya Campbell-Johnson to play out the remaining 2 minutes of game number 1 of a 2-game set here from Humber College. It's Hoop Queens Summer League 2024. Summer Paul now with it on the near side. Gives it up to Akanusi. Over to Uesu. Eve Uesu dances to her left. Summer Paul almost has that one picked off. Trying to keep it alive. And out the other way is Poulin. Poulin bounce pass to Blizzard. That one a little too strong. Diarra has it. Foul's going to be called on Summer Paul. Baseline out of bounds for Team Sun Youth as they get a second chance opportunity off a missed layup from Tyra Blizzard, the former Windsor Lancer.
Blizzard currently leading the league with second most total points with 20, but again, she's held to just 11 at this game right now, so she is one of the key factors on the Sun Youth's victory, and I think that's definitely something that Triple Threat went into this game looking to capitalize on, is being able to limit Blizzard, and they've done that in this game.
So Diarra will shoot 2 as Team Triple Threat are in the bonus. Diarra averaged 8 points, 8 rebounds in her senior year at McGill, 2019-2020. Is good for both. A minute 30 remaining here in the first game. Team Triple Threat on the far side. Summer Paul gives it up to Uesu. Down to Sam Robinson, who gets it stripped. Akanusi tries the baseline pass to Uesu. That one broken up by Poulin. Uesu gets it. Blocked at the summit by Diarra was Christina Mora, and Summer Paul on the ground. Held ball called. Possession arrow going the way of Team Sun Youth.
Sun Youth has definitely picked up their defense in this fourth quarter. Their ability, again, I think they kind of, I don't know if they can hear me or not, but their ability to really cut off those gaps is what's allowing them to limit the fast break transition opportunities for Triple Threat. So their defense is definitely keeping up for sure.
The game might be out of reach, but you always want to end the game strong. That's what Team Sun Youth is looking to do right now. Eve Uesu down to Akanusi. Another interception by Poulin. Ocean Kunku up ahead to Poulin, who fakes a shot, attacks the baseline. And Tito Akanusi commits the foul, sending Poulin to the free throw line. Kiana Poulin, 1 of 3 from the field today, just 2 points with 4 rebounds and 2 steals here in the fourth quarter. Coming up next, it is the Brampton Warriors against the Team Advantage Titans. Both teams 1-0, taking their week 1 matchups. Janika Griffith-Wallace had 24 points, leads all scorers in the Summer League. She also had 6 rebounds in that game, an 84-62 win over Sun Youth. Meanwhile, Team Advantage Titans led by Hannah Sunley Paisley, 16 points, 19 rebounds. She shot 46% from the field. As we approach the 32nd mark of the fourth quarter, Summer Paul on the far side for Team Triple Threat. Kicks it back over to Eve Uesu, down on the block. Take it to the rim, Sam Robinson is going to go to the free throw line for 2. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast again, JJ Evison, Sydney Holmes. Stick with us for game 2 coming up shortly after this one ends. Hoop Queens takes court every Sunday in June here at the Humber College. Come check it out in person. The games are fantastic. The atmosphere is amazing. Entertainment is nonstop. You never know who you might run into.
You know, and isn't that the best? You can come to a casual Sunday competitive women's league and you can see professional athletes playing at their highest potential on the floor. I think that's fantastic.
All these women looking to get back to Europe or to the next level, stay conditioned for whatever comes next for them. Of course, it's the off-season, most of them coming from U Sports or NCAA. Poulin pulls it from the free throw line, gets her own rebound back up. That one goes, 5 seconds remaining in the game, and Evie Wacer is going to just dribble this one out. So Team Triple Threat improves to 1-1. Meanwhile, Team Sun Youth remain winless. Amani Clow, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, is your player of the game. And what made her so dominant today, Sydney?
Their points in transition, I think, is what definitely solidified this game for them. 17 total points on transition. So their ability to be fast, but also strong defensively and pinch those gaps to get the ball back from Sun Youth. Also, 21 bench points. That's not a small feat. There's no decline when the bench comes on. Honestly, you don't even know. But for Clough, I said this when we were at half, the only break she gets in the game is when the game is done. And the fact that you have a player on your roster that has the stamina and the endurance to play from top to bottom and still produce the way she did in this game is sensational. That's definitely going to be an asset to them as we get later on in the season here.
All 30 minutes she was on the court for. Again, 15 points, 3 steals, 1 block, a complete performance from Amani Clough, who's getting the crown right now as crowned player of the game, supported by her teammates. What a win for Team Triple Threat. Stick with us. Game 2 between Team Brampton Warriors and Team Advantage Titans coming up in a few short minutes here from Humber College. JJ Evison, Sydney Holmes, we'll be right back with you.
So, right now we're going to acknowledge our Canadian legends right now. So, this team was founded in 1979, the Brampton Warriors, and they were an integral grassroots basketball organization, the CTA's West. And during the 2000s, the Brampton Warriors produced many of the top players in the country, and some of them went on to represent Canada in international play. Ladies and gentlemen, start with a round of applause, our Canadian legend as they come right out. Oh my God, you want to get some flowers as well? I see, yeah, Keisha, you're getting flowers. And I like what he said, he usually gives flowers, and now you're getting flowers. Keisha, I'm going to pass it over to you. We're going to get this photo, and as you can see, they have produced some of the finest basketball players, both men and females. Look at this.
All right, I just want to welcome everybody. Thanks for coming to Hoop Queens. I just want to pay homage to Hugh Riley. Growing up playing on the A squad, Brampton Warriors was always a tough team to play, and a lot of the young girls came from your program. So I just want to pay homage and thank you so much for giving the pathway and giving the opportunity for young girls.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see some smiles. There we go. There we go. And each and every week we represent and pay homage to those that paved the way. So one more time, a big round of applause to the Brampton Warriors family that's here.